Got a tree hanging down across the trail up here. Whoa. Alright, as you guys can see, this tree is pretty major. Okay, these are definitely a bit heavier than theirs were. But this is the thing that you see sometimes. This will make for a little bit of a interesting deal. Hello everybody. We're finally back out on the trail again after what seems like forever. And Lisa's out with me. Hello. She's behind me right now. There's a lot of people out today.
Yeah.
So I asked her last night where she'd like to go, and she decided she wanted to go on an interstate trail. So this trail is starting in Morgantown, and we're going West Virginia, and it'll end up in Pennsylvania. Up in Point Marion, Pennsylvania. I did ride this trail a couple months ago, but Lisa hasn't been on it, so we thought this would be kind of a fun thing to go on. It's a little different. And once we get up to Point Marion, I wanted to scout around and see if the trail goes any farther. The last time I rode this trail, it stopped in Point Marion. I was under the impression it would go a little bit farther than that. So I was kind of pressed for time last time I rode this trail, and I didn't get to scout around too much in town. I did a little bit, but hopefully we'll be able to get up there and look around and see if we can find this trail continuing somewhere else. And there's Lisa.
Hello.
Passing me up.
So this is the Mon River, correct?
Yes, Mon River. This goes from Morgantown, well, from Fairmont actually, all the way up to Pittsburgh. Turns into the Three Rivers. And I don't know, it's the Ohio, the Mon, and something else. I forget what the other one is. So I think this is about an 8-mile ride up to Point Marion or so, something like that, 6 or 8. It's not super far, but this trail is the northern Mon River Trail, I believe, and then it'll turn into the Sheepskin Trail once we cross the Pennsylvania border. And the Sheepskin Trail is really what I'm wanting to look at, because it's kind of sketchy on our trail apps. It looks like it just kind of runs through different towns, but they may not connect, although they're supposed to connect. So I don't know. I wanted to look and see if we can go any farther than Point Marion. and just see how far this network goes. We had Hurricane Fred that finally passed through. We're all pretty much waterlogged. So it's actually a pretty nice day today. It was nice yesterday, but after all that rain we had, I had to cut the grass. Our daughter had a little friend over all day long, so we were pretty much at the house. Plus the humidity was deadly yesterday. It made it 10 or 20 degrees hotter than it really was. Hi. There went a couple e-bikes.
She was singing.
I know, she was having a great time. That's what I keep talking about. You get an e-bike and you just have a lot funner time. Man, this is being heavily used today.
Thank you.
Oh, I was waiting. Excuse me. Thank you. I was couldn't. We were coming to a crossroads. We all got there at the same time.
Yeah.
I was going to let her pass, but then she stopped, so we had one of those standoffs.
Beautiful dog.
Nice bridge. And Lisa's shaking her hands already.
I am shaking.
I've been talking to several people in the comments. Man, this is really cool right here. It's almost like going through a tunnel with the trees going over. I don't know, these trails are just so unique, all these different trails, the way they look. Some of them are open, some of them look like this covered tunnel almost. I don't know, just pretty cool. But see, I get off track. I was getting ready to talk about a comment I had, and
About the arm.
oh yeah, we've been speaking to several people about handlebars, maybe swapping them out to get a better angle on our hands.
So we don't have to do this so much.
Yeah, maybe a little bit wider, and maybe swept back just slightly to give a little bit better angle on the arms so that they don't get numb so fast. I've had a couple people say they just like the wider handlebars because it gives you more control. I honestly have no problem controlling this bike on these little handlebars. That was really strange. My camera just cut out. I was getting ready to restart it and it started back by itself. So maybe we're in a haunted area or something.
Maybe.
But anyway, yeah, some people say that they just like the control of the bike a lot better with the wider ones. They really didn't have the trouble with numbness. And I've heard other people, they've gotten them because of the numbness and that it helped. So
any comments would be very helpful. I'm having numbness.
yeah, she's having numbness already, and we're only about 2 miles in. But yeah, it's definitely something that we need to look into. We actually have looked a little bit, but we haven't like seriously sat down and looked. But we need to. I just hate that I'd have to, you know, take the handlebars off, get all this stuff off of them. My bar end mirror. I'm kind of wondering with the swept back thing, I guess it wouldn't make much difference putting it in those two. They're just, I don't know, just a little bit of work. But if it'll keep our hands from getting numb, I guess it'll be worth it. Up here's a little rest area. They've got a bathroom and a little station with tools so you can do some adjustments on your bikes.
Thank you.
Pretty cool. I think so. Man, there's somebody adjusting their bike right now. Maybe. Hi. Oh, I think up here on the right, once we pass this stop sign, there's a water fountain on the side of this thing. I think this is where it is. Yeah, this blue water fountain up here. Nice sign, tells you where you are, Van Voor's Drive. Yep. Yeah, of all these trails that I've ridden, that's the first time I've seen a water fountain on the side of a trail.
A lot of barges over there.
Yeah. They must still be working that area over there or something. I mean, there's a lot of barges.
Yeah.
I might stop up here and try to take a picture. Find a clearing. See a tugboat?
Uh-huh, that's what I was going to say. And they still are moving those,
Little trail up through the woods.
Yeah. Russ would be all over that. Shout out to Russ Medley. EM Fresh. He's a crazy mountain dirt trail mountain bike enthusiast, a good friend of ours.
Yep, he's got his channel where he shows a lot of downhill mountain biking up around Snowshoe Mountain, a bunch of other places.
Yeah, if any extremists in our group want to try something that's way different, you might be able to do it with your 2.0 with the shocks on the front.
I don't know about that, maybe. But
anyways, he's fun to watch, a little scary to watch, but fun.
yeah, if you're interested in downhill mountain biking, again, his channel's EM Fresh. If you go to my home page and you look under, I don't know, there's some buttons across the top, and you can see people that I'm subscribed to, and I subscribe to his channel, and you can go in there and click on there and go to his page and look at some of his crazy downhill stuff.
And I know he comes on this trail with his wife, so he has probably seen that trail, or maybe even ridden it. Off Beach Path here on the North Mon River Trail, the Point Marion.
Yeah.
So on this river trail, we will see the Point Marion plant, probably up and around the corner, possibly on up the road here. That's what a lot of people say that they see on this trail. Honestly, anything can be exciting. Anything is what you make of it. So that's just something to look at while you're on the trail, but we just love being out here.
Yep, on some of these trails too, you can see this little concrete thing. Back whenever these were railroads, I was told by Law Dog, he's here in West Virginia as well, that those are actually were phone booths for the train companies. Yeah, if they had an emergency or something, they could, I guess they had little phones in there, little radios or something that would connect to the controller.
Before the Wi-Fi, before the cell phone, before the, even two-way radio, per se. They had to have a way of getting a hold of someone. That's nice to know.
Got a tree hanging down across the trail up here. So, we have to.
Take it slowly.
Whoa. Not too bad. Get somebody out here with a chainsaw.
I have to bring a chainsaw in my pocket next time.
Yeah, I know.
Now I know why people like riding this trail. It is really covered a lot. Very nice. Very cool.
Yeah, this is a great relief from the sun, direct sunlight, that's for sure.
Yes.
Because it is definitely hot out in the sun today.
So, I like to just talk about crazy things, but the people that we've seen on this trail, they are all ages. So, for our people that are just watching, waiting, maybe for their 2.0, or waiting to see if they want a bike, get out there, walk these rails to trails if you have them in your area. And if you don't, just get out and walk. It is so beautiful.
Yep, I agree 100%. We're passing the power plant that Lisa was talking about a little bit ago.
Fort Martin.
Yeah, Fort
I
Martin.
didn't realize it was so big.
Oh yeah, it's real big.
I know it's a smokestack, but you never realize how big the factory is down at the base.
Yeah. I don't know if this camera can pick it up through the trees very well. The last time I came through here, the trees weren't quite so covered in leaves. It was a little bit easier to see them. But, yeah, it's a big plant. And before I forget, we have a new subscriber, I guess, Margaret Phillips. She lives here in West Virginia, over in Grafton, and she is interested in either getting an e-bike or a trike to ride around in Grafton. And hi, how are you? And she had mentioned maybe for us to come over there and do some riding in Grafton. So I told her that, sure, I'm up to ride pretty much any place. Grafton's kind of known to be pretty hilly, to say the least. Most of the houses there are kind of up on hills. You've got about 15, 20, 30 stairs to get up to the front porch from the roads and things. I kind of did some looking on our trail app, and I don't really see, doesn't seem to be any rail to trails over there. Grafton was known, back in the day to be one of the major train hubs on the East Coast, and they still have that big train yard.
Yeah, you can turn around, the trains turn there. They got a turntable.
Yeah. So, when coal came out of West Virginia or whatever, seemed like they always went through Grafton. But I believe all of the train tracks are still in place pretty much, as far as I can tell. So I would imagine the best places to ride in Grafton would be kind of downtown by the river, maybe up at the lake, Tigert Lake, yeah, up at Tigert Lake, right around the roads. I think it's mostly going to be road riding in the Grafton area, but we'll try to get over there and see, how good it would be for biking. I've been over there a lot, but never really looked at it as a biking place. So here we're just now crossed the state line. We're in Fayette County, Pennsylvania.
Sheepskin Trail.
Yeah. So Point Marion is not too far up from here, maybe a couple miles at the most. And we are 6.5 miles into our ride right now. So yeah, Lisa and I are talking about when we can get over toward Grafton and try to do a little bit of riding, see where some good places to ride would be. And it might be our next video. We'll see. We're talking about possibly going over there tomorrow on Monday. Today's Sunday. I'm off this whole week. I took a week off from work and get my truck inspected, and we've got a lot of things around the house to do. So and Lisa's off Monday, so we might try to get over there tomorrow, do a little bit of filming. That would be pretty different.
Yeah, because I've not done much road riding except going down to our trail there in Fairmont.
Yeah. The only real trail riding I've done is that tour of Fairmont. Uh-oh, what's up here?
Yeah, you've done, you showed them the Feast of the Seven Fishes, and you showed them how to get to Fairmont Station.
Yeah, we've got a serious tree down here. Yeah, we're going to do a little pause. Alright, as you guys can see, this tree is pretty major. Had to help a couple guys get their bikes across. So in order for us to go any farther, we're going to have to try and do the same thing. So and I'm okay. Okay, these are definitely a bit heavier than theirs were. But this is the thing that you see sometimes. Whew. Wow. Put that over here. Wasn't expecting all of this, that's for sure. All right. I got it. Okay. Just try to get these pedals to where I'm not going to kick them with my shins. Okay. This will make for a little bit of a interesting deal. All right. There.
You got a butterfly on your helmet. You guys have a safe ride, okay? We got a couple more miles.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting to carry 4 bikes across a fallen tree. You know, when you're out on trails like this, you see somebody having trouble, stop and try to give them a hand if you can, because you never know when that might be you. Are we back?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So as I was saying, you know, that's not something that you normally would see out on a trail, but if you see anybody broken down, having troubles of some sort, it's good to get out and help. You know, I saw an older fella and a younger guy. It turns out the younger guy, yeah, he was a special needs guy, and they were having a lot of trouble getting their bikes over those trees. So I turned the camera off when I was helping them, but you know, we got their bikes carried across for them.
Yeah, he had a really cool trike. It was like a longer trike than I've seen.
Yeah.
Like recumbent bike. That was cool.
I hope I didn't break that basket. I was lifting up on the basket, and when we set it down, it hit the ground, and I looked at it, and it looked like the top of it was hooked with these very, very thin pieces of, I don't know, aluminum ties or something.
Yeah, he may have to carry that back.
Well, he had some bungee cord, so he was getting ready to strap it up, or he was working on that when we left. But shouldn't be.
I think it was the dad and son. That was nice though.
Yeah.
To be able to help them.
Shouldn't be too hard to get it fixed back. But yeah, it's good to help people like that, because you never know. Even if it looks like they've got everything under control, which it did at first, they may not. And that was a very big tree. Yep. So we're going to end up having to carry our bikes back over it on the way back now.
Those are concrete roads back there. Yeah, he was right. We weren't very far from Point Marion, because I see the bridge up here.
Yeah, I was telling you it was about a couple miles maybe. Let's see, where are we now? We were at like 6.2 miles when we crossed the state line, and we're at 7.4 now, so it's only about a mile and a half from that state line. Yeah, so Morgantown is very close to the Pennsylvania border. It's just a couple, you know, 6 miles, 5-6 miles at the most. So going from one state to another on this trail sounds like a big deal, but it's really not too big. Unless you have to carry your bikes over a tree like that.
Well, it's a pleasure that we do get to live this close, and we do get to cross into another state. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't going to let a downed tree spoil our fun today.
No way.
Last time we were out, we let them spoil our fun, where they had the trail taped off and closed, because I guess they must be working on it. There's one spot right up the road from where we got stopped at one time where water comes across the road. And the last time I rode it, it was a little bit washed out. But I guess with all the rain we had, it just wiped it out, and they were fixing that up. So, yeah, we weren't going to let a little tree get in our way this time. Yeah, we just keep on going straight here. And,
Heard a motor, I was like,
Yeah, somebody cutting grass. Not a lot of cars driving around Point Marion, it seems like.
Cute little town, though.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Christmas a little bit.
Yeah, it's not nearly as big, but yeah, kind of an out of the way place. The last time I was here, I was telling everybody about the big motocross track they have here.
Oh, yeah. High Point.
Yeah, High Point. And they actually have motocross.
This is where it ends.
Kind of. Yeah, this is where I couldn't figure out what to do last time I was here, and I just rode out this way. And down here is the river, or a river. And over here on the left corner, looked like it was possible that it might be an extension of a trail. So that's kind of what I wanted to check out this time. My aunt used to have a car like that, Joanne.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? One of my friends used to have one of those. We used to drive it from her house to school.
Thing says no motor vehicles, that sign,
Yeah.
which makes me think it's part of a trail. It's kind of a gravel road. But yeah, up here is where I was wanting to look. Now I know there's a bridge that goes across the river here, but attention trail users, bicycles must dismount from bicycle and walk across the bridge. So maybe this is it.
So let's dismount. Be good.
I dislike the dismount.
Okay, so
Oh,
how do we get that block thing to go?
oh, I
Or
don't
do we
know.
need that now?
I don't know. My right foot's hurting just a little bit. The Achilles tendon. Man, this is ridiculous. I think I'm going to just get on and ride. There's nobody out here. I think I'm just going to, let's get on a ride if we can. If I see some people, I'll get off.
Turn my motor back on.
Golly. Okay. So there's no trail that I see, although there's a sign that says it's a National Historic Site down that way.
Should I look on my trail map?
You know what? This Nyland Road,
I think, down by the river.
Friendship Hill National Historic Site. It says 3 miles down here to our left, but looks like people are flying down that road. Alright, so it turns out this trail is kind of a bust to find it to go any farther. Going across a river here. and back into Point Marion. So, I just wonder what this sign up here that says no motor vehicles is for up here.
Go down it.
I mean, do you think that is a trail?
I don't know. Let's go have it.
Just a little alley, I guess. Got a few things. Well, that's a little disappointing.
That cooking smells like my grandma's cooking.
Kind of does, doesn't it? Well,
I don't know, Point Marion, not much on the bike riding trail finding. It's all good.
well. All right, off we go. We've I had some comments on this bar end bike mirror. My last video I did posted a little installation video showing how to put it on. This one right here. One thing I didn't mention on that video, but I've mentioned back and forth to some people that have commented. The one good thing about this mirror, besides you can fold it out of the way, it's not taking up bar space, is it's never obstructed. You know, the ones that kind of come up and over, you'll see your arm in the mirror. And you kind of have to move your arm around so you can see behind you. But this one out here is always outside your body, so you can look over at any second and your arms are not in the way. And you don't have to adjust your body to be able to look on to see it, see behind you, which I like. And actually, I think that's about the best point of it, really.
And that it's out of the way. It doesn't use any of your bar space, your handle.
Yeah, those are the two big things with it. And I was a little bit hesitant about cutting into the end of the rubber on the handlebar, but the way this thing attaches, it almost looks like it's part of the bike. It's a real nice finish. And if you ever want to take it off, you can always get another grip and put on there if you don't like that open end. But I decided it was no big deal, and Works out nice. I don't know why I would ever take it off. But and we're at the tree. And we're back to the crazy tree. So at least I only have to carry 2 bikes across this time instead of 4. Well, you know what? I'll carry it over where we can get in the shade, and I might finally get a drink of water and change the battery. This tree here is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, because you've got to step over it. That's where I thought that person was having trouble.
Yeah, he wasn't real coordinated. Man, my Achilles tendon is tighter than a mug. There's a lot of people been walking through here.
Trying to help you a little bit.
Yeah.
Good enough for a strong husband.
This is where the 63-pound bikes are a little bit rough on you. Going up and over trees and stuff. Whew. All right. Okay guys, we're back. We stopped at that tree back there again, as you saw. And while we were trying to get a little drink and everything, another couple rolled up on us, so we helped them get their bikes across the trees. And we stood there and talked to them for a while. Told them about our e-bikes a little bit, and talked about where the trail connects there in Point Marion. And we were way off base. We had to go across a different bridge. So next time, maybe we'll start out at Point Marion and try to find it. So yeah, we had a pretty good talk with a couple bikers, husband and wife, I guess. And they were able to tell us, yeah, they were able to tell us where the trail continues. She said it was a little inconvenient to get there, but you had to cross a bridge and go out a road a little ways. So maybe we will do that sometime pretty soon and see if we can find that one. Nice couple. We stood there and talked for about 10 or 15 minutes, and our bike things went off, so it zeroed out all of our time and miles. But luckily I've got my app on, so when we get back we'll be able to tell you how far we went. I guess that's another good reason to have an app going. You guys have a good one. After they see us blowing by them, they might start looking into an electric bike. Huh?
Yeah, they might.
That's a good thing about these bikes. You can just cover a lot more territory quicker.
So much territory, yeah.
Yeah.
He asked if I was pushing you.
Oh.
Well, you're pushing me, actually. Making me stay close to you. This is really pretty up in here.
It is. I like this trail.
It looks like that was a campsite, or maybe other people's land over here to the right.
Yeah, I like it minus the tree in front in the road.
Oh, here comes another e-biker, I bet.
They got their light on. Yeah, that no, but that was a e-bike.
Yeah. Was it I didn't even pay any attention. Was it like more of a mountain bike?
Yeah, it was kind of more like a street cruiser.
Yeah.
The battery was on like that down bar.
Yeah.
Outside the bar, kind of. Yeah, it's one of those little thin bikes. Probably you can get those at, seems like Walmart may have one. They're not very powerful, but they help you a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they're 300 watt motors. Ours is 500, peak 750. But they're probably a lighter bike too.
Yeah.
There's that tree that's kind of down. Yeah, they need to get out of here and do some trimming. Did you make it all right?
Yep. I dismounted last time and I didn't dismount.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you that I love these bikes?
I'm glad to hear that. I think so. I think you said you like them. I don't know if you said love.
Okay, I love.
Yeah. Pretty nice. I've never liked the bike so much.
Well, I love to hear that from you too.
I like these helmets too.
Like you what?
I said I like these helmets too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I can't hear you otherwise. If you were talking to me, I had no idea.
Yeah. Wow, this place emptied out.
Getting too hot. All the things are too hot for the kids in the spot.
Yeah. Let's see, I guess we can just do this. Thought you were gonna ram me. Okay, since our bikes turned off while we were talking to those people, we'll have to rely on our app. So it says we went 17.8 miles. Took us about 2 hours. Of course, we stopped and talked for about 15 or 20 minutes, maybe more. Had to get across that big old tree 2 times, help people cross both times. And now we're back at the truck, so I hope everybody enjoyed this little outing. And Lisa had fun, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
Well,
Come ride with us again.
let's turn this on. So, the next time we see you guys will be our next video. So have a great day. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video.